This video is about that singer that got killed. I forgot her name, but I'm gonna have to look it up and then put the article in the description section of this video with the link to the article. But basically I read about this singer who she was a contestant or something in this show called The Voice, and she got like 3rd place, and then she was really popular on YouTube, and you know, she's a very good singer, you know, and I think she was only like 22 years old. Basically she had a concert, and then after the concert she was signing autographs and things like that, and like greeting her fans and shaking their hands, and then somebody just straight up came up and killed her, shot her and killed her. And then her brother tackled the guy and tried to, you know, disarm the guy, but the guy ended up killing himself. So my feedback on that is, you know, it got me to think a lot about things like, you know, people out there that have hatred towards you and jealousy or whatever the case may be. And this killer that killed her never even met her, but obviously he didn't like her. And it's just like, to me, it gets me to think about when people tell me, because I got a lot of people that don't like me, so it's like, luckily I'm not really famous, but if I was famous I'd probably be dead by now, you know, easily. But this is exactly the vision that I have that would happen to me if I got famous. Somebody just come and kill me because they don't like me, you know. And people always tell me, hey, you know, forget about the haters, don't pay them any attention. But to me, I'm like, you know, all it takes is just one hater that really doesn't like you to just come kill you. All it takes is just one person. And that's what happened to this woman. And it's just like, she's not like, as far as what I know, she's not a controversial person like me. All she does is just sing. She was just a singer, and then all of a sudden somebody just kills her because he doesn't like her, and she's just a singer. I mean, and you know, my student told me that the same thing happened to John Lennon, you know what I mean? Like, he got killed by some, you know, by a fanatic or something that was like mentally ill, right? And it's like, what is she supposed to do? What, is she supposed to not sing anymore? No. You know, what, is she supposed to not go to concerts anymore? No. But I mean, like, when you got like really big name artists, like say like people that are super wealthy as well, like you say you got like a Beyonce or something, like, or a Jay-Z, they got super money, like, they probably have, you know, metal detectors, and they probably search every person that goes in a concert before they enter, and they're probably surrounded by bodyguards all the time that are armed. I mean, just like right now, you know that the president of the United States that there's going to be people out there that want to kill him, so that's why he's got the Secret Service. And you see a video out there with Mayweather. Mayweather is one of the richest athletes out there. You see a video out there with him walking on the street, and he's being surrounded by like bodyguards, you know, like big bodyguards. So it's like, when you get famous, you gotta be ready and prepared for stuff like that. You gotta pretty much assume that somebody's gonna come out there and kill you. No matter if you're a boxer, no matter if you're a singer, no matter if you're the president of the United States, no matter if, you know, whatever you do. You know, even a professor recently got killed. You know, the professor got recently, you know, one of the professors recently got killed by one of his former students. You know what I mean? So, like, things like that happen, and there's a great chance of it happening. You know, and for me, especially in my lifestyle, the way that I live, and the things that I say, the controversy that I stir up, I've already had people come up to me, threatening me, calling me, emailing me. I had people warning me to watch out. So I already know that things like this will happen. And these are the things that you got to be prepared for. You know, I mean, for her, I'm not going to say that she should stop singing, but maybe you just don't sign autographs anymore. Maybe you just don't shake people's hands anymore. Maybe You got security with you all the time, everywhere you go. Or, I mean, you just don't do concerts, and you only make music digitally. You know what I mean? Everybody that goes to the concert has to be searched, go through a metal detector. You know, like maybe you're in a bulletproof room, and then in order for the person to enter, they need to be searched before they even enter the room. Like, basically, there's got to be security checks, just like what the president will have, just like what the security checks, you know, going into the airplane. I mean, you can't sneak a gun onto the airplane because there's just too much security. You can't go around it. So maybe you have to up your security. You know what I mean? Like, this is just a wake-up call for all the people out there that are famous or want to be famous. You gotta be prepared for stuff like this, you know? You gotta see things like this happening before it happens, to do what you can to try to prevent it. Not everything can be prevented, but if you prepare enough, then it's less likely that they can get you. Just like the president, he's got the Secret Service. Everywhere he goes to the bathroom, there's a Secret Service. You know what I'm saying? He's sleeping, they're up watching him. You know, like, you just can't take your safety for granted out there in this world. You just can't. But it just shows, like, how much power, how powerful negativity is. You know, you could have a person that's loved by the world, but all it takes is just one person to kill this individual, and then that positive leader that you looked up to is dead. All it takes is one person to kill a Martin Luther King Jr. All it takes is one person to kill a Malcolm X. All it takes is one person to kill a Bruce Lee. All it takes is one person to kill a Tupac Shakur. You know? So things like that have to be considered.